In this video, I'm going to give you the behind the scenes of how I embody the 4 elements, water, fire, earth, and air, into my everyday, starting right away in the morning, so that I experience harmony throughout my day. And I'm going to share how you can create a custom practice so that you can do this as well. I'm Kaela, and I'm one of the co-founders of Rise Leadership Circle. At Rise, we support our clients to live their yes life and a life that is rich in every sense of the word. So we coach soulful entrepreneurs who are service-based or maybe have a retail product, who are committed to living their very best life. And through our work together, they get to experience not only feeling totally aligned and congruent with who they are, but also build a business that can fund their dream life. Let's jump in so I can share with you about how I embody the 4 elements. As I said, they're water, fire, earth, and air throughout my everyday. Now, I want to start by talking to you about how when I first began doing this, it was not intentional, it was intuitive. And this is what I find happens a lot of time in my life, is that I intuitively will start a new practice or a new opportunity because I have a craving or a yearning from my soul or my higher self for something. And I just listen, I just honor whatever the craving or the yearning is. And so surely that is how this came about. A couple years ago, I noticed that the way that my morning was starting was not fulfilling me. And maybe you've recently watched the video where Lisa was sharing how she creates her morning routine. And we also have a PDF that you can access if you want support on creating a powerful morning routine. And so I decided to look at how to shake that up. And I didn't set out with, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I just asked myself, what would feel incredible? What would feel really good? And that's a powerful question that I think can be underestimated. To ask ourselves a question of what would feel so good here, no matter what it is that we're trying to create, can give us a lot of information with what direction to start to make a decision from a place of power and desire instead of shoulds or conditioning. And so that's where I started. And I began to implement a few core elements into my daily routine that I then realized were really supportive in the way that I move through the rest of the day and my life in general. And after I had been working this morning routine for a while, what I realized is that this was so beneficial for me in large part because it was slowing me down to embody all 4 of the elements every single day. And what I can see as I slow down and look behind the curtain of, well, why would it be important or powerful to embody the 4 elements, is that it creates harmony. You know, we live in a world where there are all sorts of different energies, and all of us have access inside of us to both masculine and feminine energies. And when we're living with an emphasis that's deeply weighted on one energy over another one, that's where we can start to feel an imbalance. And I found that within myself, the more that I was creating harmony, the more that it seemed like I was braiding all the different energies in my life, the more success I was experiencing. And so I wanted to be able to continue to experience this success by having this integration. And so it made a lot of sense to me to see that when I am embodying all 4 of the elements, it's also helping me to create a blend of the masculine and feminine energies, because these elements in themselves can also be masculine and feminine. So this is why I want to share this with you, because when we're able to embody different energies and different elements, it can create a lot of harmony in the way that we show up. We're being our most whole selves when we are in a space of full embodiment. So I want to share the behind the scenes with you of my practice looks like so that you can create your own. And P.S., I do have a download that has 32 different ways that you can create your own morning ritual or daily ritual to embody all 4 of these elements. So you can grab that either on the link below, or you can send a DM to us on Instagram. We are at Rise Leadership Circle on Instagram, and you can ask me for the PDF on embodying the 4 elements, and we will send that right over to you. Okay, so this is what my day looks like. I like to start every one of my days starting with air. That's just the first place that I go. I now tap into the air element first. And the way that I do that is either with meditation, which can look like prayer for some people. Whatever this looks like for you is perfect. But for me, I take the first moment that I open my eyes to say a prayer of gratitude. And as I, get myself up, go to the bathroom, I then come in to sit in my sacred space, and I start my day with a couple-minute meditation. Sometimes it's longer than others. Sometimes I have the space and the willingness and the desire to sit in a meditation for 15, 20, or 30 minutes. And sometimes it's just for 3. But I give myself that dedicated space to be with myself and with my thoughts. And just in this space of meditation, it's really interesting on how, the thoughts are coming and going, and I'm allowing all of it to be. I'm not making any of it wrong. And through prayer and meditation, it is a way that I can be connecting with that air element. Prayer and meditation is a way to connect with the air element. Now, this is just one way. Like I said, on the PDF, there can be so many different opportunities, and I've given you a list of 8 different ways that you could incorporate the air element into your everyday. But that's where I start. I start with, so the moment I wake up, a quick prayer of gratitude for being here, being gifted this new day, and then getting into my office, into the space that feels so cozy to me in the morning, and giving myself anywhere from 3 to 30 minutes to continue to be in a much deeper space of prayer and meditation. And from there, I find that what feels best for me is to move into fire. And now I'll stay in air sometimes for a while. Sometimes I might move into earth and then fire, but on average, I'm gonna go from air into fire. And the way that I like to activate the fire element or fire energy inside of me is with physical movement. Again, in the PDF, I have a list of 8 different ways that you can activate that fire energy within you, but I like to use physical movement. And so this is where either I'm hopping on my Peloton, or I'm taking a walk outside, or leaving my house and going to a fitness class, or maybe doing yoga. But I'm gonna do something to activate that fire energy within me, to get my heart rate up, my blood moving, and just really activate the energy of fire inside of me. I have found that when I skip this step, that if I am like, ooh, I have a busy day, I have things I need to do, I notice that the anxiety will come much easier. And so what I've just found for myself, this is just an anecdotal, I don't have any scientific evidence for it, but my own personal anecdote is that when I'm activating that fire energy early in the morning, it kind of burns off that anxiety for me. And that's what I like to think of it like is, have you ever been camping? And so let's say that you have a bonfire, and at the end of the night, the fire goes out, and maybe everyone kind of throws in like the paper plate that they were eating with, or there's a little bit of a log left. And so the next morning you go out, and it's like that debris is there, and it could cause a little drama in the next day, like it's sitting in the fire pit. And so my own personal experience is that when I activate that fire, like if I lit that fire again, it just burns out any anxiety or anything that's there and gives me that clean slate to start the day. And I really like to start my day having that energy, that fire activated, so that I can feel like I have a real equilibrium or balance in my energy throughout the day. And then after I've activated the fire element, I next move into water. And I personally like to embody the element of water by taking an Epsom salt bath every day. I started this, 2, maybe 3 years ago, taking a bath every day. I very rarely take a shower, usually just if I'm traveling and that's my only option. But I give myself the space to soak in an Epsom salt bath from anywhere from 10 to 20, 25 minutes every morning, and give myself that chance to fully immerse myself in the water element and remind myself that there's nowhere else to be right here. I love the bath because no one else can reach me. I let myself unplug and just really be with myself. I'm a Pisces sun, and I do think that the Pisces in me just loves to be in that water, swimming there every morning. So again, on the PDF that I have for you, there's 7 other options of ways that you could tap into or access the water element to start your day. And then the last place that I typically go in my morning routine is connecting with Earth. And the way that I most like to do this, typically, this can look all sorts of different ways for me, but typically is connecting with my mission and my daily commitments. And I did share that sometimes I do this before I will do my morning movement for the day, but typically this is kind of the transformation or the transition from me having my own personal self-care time moving into my workday. And so I'm going to connect with my mission and my daily commitments. I'm getting grounded. I'm looking at my paper journal, the physical things. I'm touching like the paper from the wood, from the trees, and connecting with, this is my mission. I'm getting grounded and anchored into, this is who I am, it's what I'm here to do, and these are the commitments that I'm making to myself each day. And from there, that has me open up to now connect with my clients. And I find that when I allow myself to embody all 4 of these elements, I start my day having my cup filled. It's like I've kind of flipped on the switch from every part of me, the water, the fire, the earth, the air, all the parts of me are ready and activated. And so no matter who I'm interacting with, be it a client or a friend or a neighbor or a partner, no matter who it is, whatever energy they are in, if they're bringing some water energy in or an earth element, I've already activated that part of me that I can go and meet them there. Or if there's a circumstance in my day, let's say that's maybe fiery, then I've already activated that the water element in me that can kind of counterbalance that. So this is my morning routine of how I embody the 4 elements to create harmony throughout my day. I would love for you to grab the PDF that's here, or you can just send me a message at Rise Leadership Circle on Instagram and let me know that you would like the PDF to embody the 4 elements. I would love to send that your way. If you want to know how you can work with Lisa and I more, we are taking a small group to Savannah, Georgia, coming up in a couple months to go on an incredible retreat. And so if you are feeling like you are ready for a deeper level of connection, for a deeper retreat, we would love for you to reach out to us on Instagram and practice embodying these 4 elements in your own life as well.